An hour later.
Are we ready finally?
Sorry, that's my bad.
I mean, usually. You ready?
It's not bad.
Red Bull smells interesting. Cinnamon. That smells like fig.
That tastes like a terrible cocktail drink that you get like on a cruise or something.
I can see that. Anyway, let's pay attention and get back to what we were doing.
This is going to be an exciting episode, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome you guys to another episode of Best of Five, featuring myself.
And also myself.
Yeah, this is Chris.
Episode 93.
Or 93.
93. We're getting up there.
Surprised people still listen to us.
It's the same, like 50-ish people.
Yeah, it's like the same, like 4 subjects.
Yeah, for real.
We appreciate it. Hey, regardless, we appreciate it. It's all good.
How you been, G? I haven't seen you in like a week.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I might be a little grumpy on this one.
Oh, yeah?
So hopefully we get positive.
You've been grumpy the last like 3. So.
Positive sub-Gs. If not, you're fucked.
All right. I'm excited.
Grumpy gills the whole time.
I guess that means we should just go ahead and jump into it then, huh?
Yes. Yeah, sure. Why not? Fuck you.
Round 1.
I don't know if I like this.
I told you I was going to be grumpy.
The first subject is 2022.
Sorry, excuse me, guys. That was really rude of me.
Let's try that again. The first subject is 2022.
Let me get ready, mentally ready for this one. We need a timer.
First subject. I wasn't ready.
All right. We'll take this back. Chris, don't use this take.
Bet.
All right, bitch ass Chris.
All right. Fantastic person, G.
See, I better just insult you. That way you just give me compliments.
Well, now you ruined it.
Yeah,
now you ruined it.
I'll take that one.
Well, the first subject is 2022.
Yes.
2022.
I told you I was going to be grumpy for this one. 2022. I mean, it's November, officially.
Yeah, officially.
Happy Dia de los Muertos to those who watched this, last week.
Yeah.
Because technically today is Dia de los Muertos, but...
yeah, you're ruining the magic.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Remember me. Yeah, 2022. Yeah. I feel like
coming to an end.
I feel personally it's been a good year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the rest of the world, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. It's been a fucking year.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's happened already,
I think it's the consequence of the pandemic. I mean, remember, like 2020 was literally 2 years ago, and that feels like it was like last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
2021 just didn't exist in my brain for some reason.
It was just 2020.
Yeah,
part 2.
Yeah, it was. I think we definitely made that joke multiple times last year.
I'm sure of it, man. I'm absolutely sure of it. But yeah, it's crazy because it's like
that means this is our 2-year anniversary.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because we started in November. Yeah. Hey, 2 years. Thanks, guys.
We hate each other more now. It's great.
Yep.
No, it's crazy because I think this is the first year where it felt like everything was back to normal, but then everyone went back to the normal things they did, and they're just like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it got weird. Like, everyone started doing, like, normal shit, and then, like, everyone just, like, is just all grumpy from not being around people for, like, 2 years.
Yeah, because
so then they just like treat people shittier now. It's wild.
Because like the summer, even like for summer shows, it wasn't as busy as it usually was. I think 2021 was a little bit busier than 2022.
Yeah.
Because like of the need
I think everybody just wanted it back, and then now like they had it back, and they're just like, meh. I don't feel like going to concerts.
I like my PJs instead of going.
Dude, I mean that's kind of facts though. Like I went to a lot of concerts in 2021, and this year I think I only went to one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was an awesome one.
Well, you know what's even crazy about that too is that even when people went out and did shit like that, there was still like it was aggressive everywhere you went. You felt like tension.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's just so mad at everyone all the time, dude. It's wild.
Yeah, this is a really negative year when it comes to like
it is
like progress. I feel like not that's not true.
It's not that we're going backwards. We're just not going forward.
Yeah.
Everyone just kind of stopped and like, yeah, I'm a little out of breath because of COVID. That was kind of a figurative and a real life metaphor.
Oh man, that wasn't even on purpose. I think
that was definitely on purpose.
Oh, was it on purpose?
Fucking
okay.
Clever. Anyway, everyone's like, yeah, I'm just gonna take a step back and kind of reassess everything going on. and they're just like, I think I'm just gonna chill right here.
Well, that's the thing is like you look at even the worker shortage and people are all pissed off at the workers, but it's like, no, dude, people just realize that they have to like, they enjoy time to themselves. And also, we should probably get rid of the tipping system, but that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that, but we'll talk about that later.
But that's why you're also like, that's also why you're not seeing a lot of people going back to that working industry.
Yeah, 100%. Like I didn't want to go back to like service industry at all, and then it was just like, yeah, I guess I have some time to do it. So, and the extra income doesn't hurt, I guess.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like, it's not even that it's a hard job. It's just I don't want to do it anymore. I've been doing it for like 84 years.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but it's I think there's a lot of people. It's like, wait, you're literally paying me like below minimum wage for a restaurant job.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's dead because no one's going out, I'm not making the money that I should be making. So why should I be working here?
Yeah, and a lot of people, like, regardless of what you believe killed people, like 1 million people still fucking died.
Yeah.
Like, irrelevant of the cause, like we still lost like 1 million people.
Those people are gone.
And disproportionately it affected like the service industry people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I guess just most of people who would even work these jobs don't even alive anymore.
Yeah, because they needed money to survive because they closed everything down.
Yeah.
It's a really shitty situation. I don't know. So yeah, I guess service industry is kind of shitty now.
But yeah, I just don't understand why just people are so angry at everything all the time. I don't know where to put my hands. It stands in the way.
It's because it's like people kind of realize, again, like they had time to themselves to think about what they want. And I think having social media and as your gateway, your scapegoat of everything made everything just worse.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I'm not necessarily talking on one side of them. I'm literally talking about both sides because both sides are pretty fucking
Everybody
crazy right now, dude.
Everybody.
And then so I think by this time we should know who won the elections and all that fun stuff. So hopefully that calms down like the stress. The airplane shit, like the airplane situation. I've been seeing so many more like airplane freakouts now than ever before. And it's like, Jesus, dude, like the entitlement. Like you're literally sharing a fucking bus with like 200 people.
Yeah, yeah.
Just it's not yours. You paid like $60 for Spirit Airlines.
Did you see that person who had to like crawl out of the airplane because they were trying to charge her for a wheelchair or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. And she's like, I'm not going to pay for a wheelchair. So she literally had to like crawl up the aisle. And I was insane. Like, that's fucking insane, dude.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was wild.
But I mean, yeah, I think in positives, like mindset, like I said, we are back. So it's been nice to kind of appreciate concerts and things like that we haven't been able to appreciate in a couple of years.
Yeah. I think just people are just over it, like everything.
Yeah, dude, but
they were stuck inside for an entire year, and then they went too hard last year, and this year they're just like, all right, we need to find like the middle ground. Yeah. So cheers to 2023, I suppose.
Hey, it's World Cup coming up, man. I don't care. That's all I'm looking forward to right now. Is the World Cup.
Is this supposed to be the 2020 World Cup?
No, it's the actual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because right now they're running on 2018, 2022, and 2026.
Okay.
You're thinking of the Olympics.
I am thinking of the Olympics. You're right. Whoops. I mean, they're the same thing in my brain.
I really need to watch the Olympics, like actually watch them instead of just be like, oh, let me just watch like the important ones. Mm-hmm. Like these guys like work their asses off to do this shit. Like fast walking.
To watch those Olympics, you have to be like awake at like 4 a.m. Where
are the next Olympics? Is it in LA?
No,
I think it is.
It's in France, I think.
Oh, I think you're right. It's in Paris.
Yeah, it's in France.
Yeah.
Because they're adding breakdancing, I think, to the Olympics.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, or something. I don't know, but random off topic, but like every host city or host nation gets to add like culturally relevant events to their country.
Breakdancing was because Japan.
I think they added Japan added softball back, I'm pretty sure.
And skateboarding, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's sick. Actually, they didn't add it back. That was the first year they actually
they added it. Yeah. But then they take away other ones, so that kind of sucks for those athletes that are competing.
They almost going to take wrestling away?
They almost did, yeah.
Well, they did, and everyone like lost their shit. It's like this is like the most OG like
this is the reason why the Olympics are the Olympics.
This is the reason why men can just grab each other and hold each other closely.
They used to do it naked. I think we should go back to tradition. Just naked men holding each other, all greased up. But that's time.
That is time. Let us know what you guys think about 2020 and apparently the Tokyo Olympics because we talked about that for quite a bit.
I guess.
But no, 2020, it hasn't been bad for me, but I can feel the tension around me and it sucks.
Yeah, it's gross. You can cut that shit with a knife, bro. It's weird. Just people are weird now.
Cut that with a voter ballot and everyone loses their shit. It's that thinly sliced.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. Moving on.
Moving on. Vote.
Round 2.
All right. I figured out what this says. It took me a minute to figure it out. It's spelled like unicurry drama, unicary drama, and I came to the conclusion that it was a necessary drama.
Yeah, I was talking shit to G when I was writing it,
So-
and I goofed on it.
Unicurry drama.
Unnecessary drama. I guess this kind of goes back to our last topic. Just like what people
So
have been
much.
on the entire
We
year.
care. Yo, I realized actually when we were driving up here, I realized that people care too much about. People shouldn't have opinions for everything. Like I was watching this video of this little kid who he had to be like 5 or 6, and he was like doing splits on blocks, and he was like crying, and it was like some like jujitsu.
What
like,
video?
Like,
okay, I was like,
martial
what
art thing.
videos you watching,
And
G?
so he, like-
Do I need to contact the FBI?
So he's like crying, and he jumps off, and he's like standing there, and he's still crying, and everyone's like, "This is terrible parenting. This and that. This and that." It's like, well, okay, how do you not know? Like, do you know the backstory? Or you're just literally just like making the context from here. Like, everyone has an opinion about everything without knowing the entire story,
Yeah, like
and it's so
everyone
fucking
assumes.
unnecessary
Yeah,
and
like
annoying.
he could have been crying because he was in pain. Could have. He could have been crying because he was frustrated, and that was his 600th attempt to do it, and he was just super frustrated. Like I almost watched Joe start crying when he was trying to do his lines.
Yeah.
you don't know why people are crying
It's okay, yeah. I mean, like obviously,
because we were on hour 3.
yeah, we were like on 5 hours. Damn it, Joe.
Yeah.
Fucking Joe. Anyways,
You did it, Joe. Good job.
good job, Joe. You're never gonna watch this, but fuck you, Joe. But yeah, it does. It's just like everyone had their opinion about this kid who probably is like thousands and thousands of miles in different culture and everything. It's just kind of like there's some things that you should just not like be mad about, but don't say anything about it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I guess this kind of ties into our cultural appropriation topic from last week.
Yeah.
Where like the wrong people are getting mad at the wrong people.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's like that Bo Burnham skit, like white women of Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very specific demographic of people that are getting offended for no reason.
But I also think that there's a lot in our culture that just makes us get mad for no fucking reason. Like some
Yeah,
of the
that's
fights
very
that
true.
some of the fights I've had with like ex-girlfriends or even just with like friends, and you're just like, are we really arguing about this right now? Like I had a buddy of mine who like almost got in a fight because some guy's like, you can't throw your trash in here because we're closed. And my buddy's like, well, it's just trash. He's like, well, go find out in a different trash can. And they started fighting about that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, you guys, like,
Dude, yeah, for real. Like, people are just like extra now, man. I swear to God. I blame Twitter. I really do blame Twitter.
I blame just social media in general.
But Twitter is the cause of
dude,
a
Twitter's-
lot of this shit.
I honestly probably by the time this is like this comes out, Twitter probably won't even be a thing.
Yeah.
It's so bad right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Or
Twitter-
it's going to be awesome. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's going to go hard in one direction because Senor Elon is going to do either something really cool or something very, very shitty.
well, he's already charging $8 for the verification.
Good. Yeah. Fuck them. All those people who needed verification are just clout chasers anyway.
Our celebrities.
Yeah.
Our
Fuck
Neil
'em.
deGrasse
Fuck
Tyson.
'em.
Don't you dare say that to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Fuck 'em. Poser.
If you fuck him. That was my terrible,
Yeah, that
terrible
was
impression of.
I didn't even know
Neil
that was
deGrasse
Neil
Tyson.
deGrasse Tyson, but that's all right.
But yeah, dude, like there's so much shit that we get mad about for no reason.
Yeah.
And it's like, so last night we had like a rapper that just passed away, Takeoff.
From Migos.
Yeah, and he got shot from an argument that someone else had.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't even involved in the argument.
Yeah.
Like one of his friends was arguing with somebody.
It was Quavo, I think, was arguing with someone.
Yeah, yeah.
And
At a bowling alley. Let's not forget, like, this all took place at
outside of a
a bowling alley.
Unnecessary. Like, this guy should still be alive. And it was just like the most petty shit.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, I understand the idea that we need to be more sensitive and more like, not more sensitive, but more aware and more, considerate. But we also need to have tough skin, you guys, because people are going to say shit no matter what. And just let it go or just deal with it. But either way, like, it's not, 9 times out of 10, it's not even worth it.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, too, just feel it like their like obligation to involve themselves in other people's shit.
Yeah, because their lives are just boring.
Like, yeah, like we'll be talking shit to each other. And like we've known each other for 9 years now. Like
9
been
years?
friends. Yeah.
I don't know about friends, but
I'll say friends
we're
on
friends for
camera.
like 3 years. And
I'll
then
say
we're just
friends like
friends like 3 years. And then
we
just
used to be
assholes
nice to each other.
and now we're business partners. So
Yeah.
the relationship's great.
But yeah, like, we'll be talking and then I'll just say something fucked up. Like, oh, your beard looks like shit. And then some random person will be like, you shouldn't say that. That's so rude. I'm like, who the fuck are you? you know?
Yeah, I was like, fuck you. It does look like shit, okay?
Yeah. But like, you know, just like why? Why do people involve themselves in shit that they're not involved with? It's just so
Because it's easier,
unnecessary drama.
it's easier to type it.
He said the thing.
You gotta look at the camera when you say it, though. Yeah, I think it's just because it's easier to insult or talk shit with fingers and not like with mouth.
Yeah.
And so it just makes it just people just assume they can just do it outside of that shit.
Yeah, man. And the internet has made people like super hard
Some people
and
need
super
that.
soft at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like someone says something you don't agree with, so you just like threaten to kill them. But then in real life, someone does that to you and you're like, oh, I don't know. I didn't do anything. I'm like, you did everything.
There's so much shit that could just be dealt with if you just walk away.
Yeah.
Like for real. Or just be like, this isn't my thing.
Yeah.
Like obviously there is some situations where you should speak out.
Right.
Like there was this video from Halloween of like these kids in Utah. Like for like some.
Oh, was it the blackface?
Yeah. Dude. I was like,
it's like you guys aren't going to college anymore. I hope you're happy.
and they're like, oh, like that doesn't matter. It's like, god damn it. Like okay,
Yeah.
that was definitely like, you guys need to know that what you're doing is fucked up. So it was like these like high schoolers who were
they
some of
went
them were dressed up as cops and the one were dressed up like in blackface and like
as prisoners.
yeah, it was so fucked up. I hope
Yeah, it was. They like went like all out. It was gross.
they Trudeau'd before. That immediately wasn't even like years afterwards.
But like even like I don't want to defend blackface, but that blackface was like ironic. This one was like deliberately racist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean every
blackface is racist, but like you can be accidentally racist without knowing you're being racist. That's acceptable. Well, not acceptable, but that's understandable.
Or you can be Robert Downey Jr. and pull it off.
Then pull it off. Or like the other fact of somebody doing blackface is you're doing it deliberately to be racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's definitely what these kids in Utah did.
But that was necessary drama.
Yeah, that was necessary drama.
That shit. But yeah, there's a lot of unnecessary shit that goes around.
Oh,
Like people that like fight over like sports teams.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah. We know someone who does that all the time. Talks big shit on the internet, then you call him out in person. He's like, "Why are you so mad all the time?" I was joking. I'm like, "All right, dog, chill."
Sure, because you know.
But yeah, speaking of unnecessary like Halloween drama, there's like hundreds of videos now of people stealing candy.
Dude, that's insane. Yeah, I saw that shit.
And I was like, wait. Okay, I kind of want to hear what you're going to say because I don't know if we're on the same page on this. We might be, but I don't know.
I think it's fucked up, but I think it's also hilarious that people won't go and give kids like candy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're being lazy. Like I understand, especially like if you had COVID and you're like, well, someone to give kids candy, like, yeah, leave it out there.
Yeah.
But literally, there's like 8 videos that I saw yesterday of people just literally grabbing the bag and just like leaving them. Like, okay, well, that's kind of your fault. But also, it's the parents' fault for raising shitty kids.
Yeah. I also want to interject with like why I think this is fucking stupid. Oh, by the way, that's time.
It is hilarious, though.
But I'm going to finish. But like the whole purpose of Halloween is giving away free candy.
Yeah.
So how can you steal something that's free? That's what I want to know.
Well, I think it's just more of like the lack of consideration for the other kids who haven't stopped by that house. But again,
yeah, I mean, but even then, man, it's free candy, and they're being lazy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And then it's like, but how can you? My main point is how can you steal something that's free?
I think
that's what I don't understand.
I think both are at fault at that point because it's like. Again, like if it's one of those things where it's like the sense is like, hey, like I have COVID, like please feel free to grab candy or whatever. Like I get that, but literally just being like, oh, I just don't want to answer the door.
Yeah.
And everyone steals your candy, and then you get mad. That's kind of on you.
Yeah. I mean, also 100%. When I was a kid, someone said, "Hey, take one piece." I literally dumped half the bowl in my shit because fuck them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. It's free. That's why. Okay. I guess I'll say this one more time. How can you steal something that's free?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
But how can you,
all these people stealing candy?
But how can you abuse something that's free? I think that's the point. It's like it's free.
It's not a good point.
It's like it's free, but be considerate towards it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's not a good point though.
I think it's a great point. I don't know what you're talking about.
I disagree.
Oh, God, confirmed. Chris steals candy.
100%. I steal free candy. Okay.
Yeah, he's not considerate, is what I'm saying. He's like, fuck these kids. I'm gonna take all this candy. He did that one day. He's actually one of the videos that we saw.
Yep. I wasn't even dressed up.
He was dressed up as me, so you know, if you see that, it's definitely Chris, not me.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Round 3.
That's stupid.
Was it? Or what is it?
All right, Chris.
I wasn't ready.
Next subject.
What is the next subject, G, that you just flicked on my perfectly fine soundboard?
Our Unreachable goals.
Unreachable goals?
Unreachable goals.
That's a weird topic. Why would you make an unreachable goal?
No, just like as in more quotations. Like what's that unreachable goal that you'd want to reach?
Being 6 feet tall.
You can't reach
Then I
that.
can reach anything.
He could barely reach 6 feet tall. Like doing this.
That's not true.
You could barely reach it. You're like 5'11" and a half.
I could reach at least like 6'3".
I'll give you 6'1".
I can reach
You got
6'3"
smallest
for
hands.
sure.
You got smallest arms, dude.
I have long ass arms, dude.
So I guess us being friends, that's pretty unreachable.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
No.
that's out of.
I hope you
chance
guys
now.
know we actually are friends. We just love saying that we're not quite a bit, just to
Yeah.
make you guys concerned. But no, I think I was trying to think of like things that you want to do that you haven't, or you're like, it's like, oh, that's like nearly impossible. So like when you're younger, you're thinking of like the aspirations. Of like,
So going on that, starting a business, that seemed like a completely unreachable goal. Like 5 years ago, not even 5 years ago, like 3 years ago. Fuck it,
2
dude.
years ago.
2 years ago.
right.
Fucking 8 months ago when we actually did it.
Well, it's crazy because like it's
Also,
still,
it's been 8 months, dude.
I know it's crazy.
Crazy.
It's just crazy because it feels like we haven't even gotten, like we've gotten started and we've done things, but it's like I feel like we're not even scratching the surface yet.
Yeah. I mean, like we're still in the first year of this seemingly unreachable goal. So it's still like, fuck.
Yeah, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, for real.
No, okay, so I guess like growing up, one of mine was like playing at Red Rocks was one of my goals.
Mm-hmm.
Is to like play original stuff and like tour the U.S. and do this and do that. It's not necessarily that it's unreachable now, but it's not. I don't think that's really like the goal anymore for me.
Yeah, like I definitely had a goal of like going on like tour and doing all that shit, and knowing a lot of people who did that. It didn't really help them other than them saying like, oh, we went on tour. Like they usually lost money going on tour. They didn't gain more fans. They didn't make more money like at home shows. So I'm like, there's literally no point in going on tour unless
just
you're
go tour.
a national established band already.
We're just doing it for fun.
Yeah, but is it fun?
I think I'd like to try it once,
Yeah.
just to feel like, just see like, oh, like that was something I did. That's cool. I'll never do it again. Or like, oh, maybe I should consider doing it again.
I guess, yeah.
Just worth a try, man. Shit.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I think it's probably easier to do it now than it would be back then.
Yeah.
Because it's like
It's easier
you
to
have like
get
hobbies and like you have like routines now as compared to back then. It would just be like, oh, we're just gonna go to the show and probably rage hard and then wake up and whoever's sober.
Oh, you're talking about like back then, like when we were younger?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like back in the day.
No, I mean like
Yeah.
like if we were to do that like in our
Oh
early
yeah,
20s.
if we were to do that, and someone did ask me what my costume was, and I was like a person trying to relive their 20s. I was just dressed in normal clothes.
a person who has
Yeah.
nothing to lose.
But yeah, like if we were like, I don't know, let's just say 23 or 24, and we went on tour together,
That would be so bad.
yeah, it would be terrible.
I mean, it'd be fun, but it would be
Yeah,
a shit show and a half.
shit, dude, just us one night in Durango.
That was fun though.
That was super fun. But we're like, yeah,
The
we
next
can't
day
do that
sucked.
again.
The next day sucked so hard.
It was pretty bad. Sick. I hope you can hear that beep over everything. That'd be cool. Anyway, the truck's backing up.
Yeah, it's giving food and shit. It's
Yeah.
stupid truck. Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Unreachable goals. I think moving from Colorado would be unreachable. Away from Colorado.
Yeah. I mean, that was also like an unreachable goal that I had at one point, but now I just don't want it anymore. So I guess the goal isn't there.
I think it's also like
Yeah, I don't
kind
know.
of going off of that. It's kind of hard too because I feel like a lot of people, as especially recently, I've been telling people that I'm from Greeley, and everyone's like, "I'm so sorry," and I'm like, "Why?"
Yeah, for real.
And I don't know, and I don't really give a shit if it comes off as like, oh, I just gave up and this is where I live. It's literally one of those things where it's like, well, this place has always been good to me. It's the more affordable than most places out there.
Yeah.
And 3, like I said, like it's been good to me, so I want to work on it. So it's not like as if I'm like caving in and giving up and just like, oh, I'm living in Greeley because I can't go anywhere else. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of like, no, like I'm pretty comfortable here.
Yeah, and we've talked about this a lot before, but a lot of people who've moved out of Greeley never tried to
Make
Greeley
Great again.
good. Let's not use that phrasing probably, but yeah, basically.
Make Greeley great
Yeah.
because it was never great. It's no again.
Magaga.
Magaga.
Magaga. We're Magaga heads. Anyway, Yeah. So it's like they moved out of Greeley, like, oh, Greeley sucks. There's nothing to do. And I'm like, man, there's a shit ton to do. Just you don't look for stuff to do.
You don't like walking or traveling or being outside.
Yeah. All you want to do is go drink, and you drank at the 7 places that everybody always drinks. But even if you were drinking, like that's what you wanted to do, there's still like dozens of places you don't go, like all the time.
Yeah, and it's growing a lot more too. So it's just funny. People are like, "Wait, you actually like Greeley?" I was like, "Yeah, Greeley's fucking dope." I'm like, "Yeah, it smells sometimes, but deal with it."
What's that? Like home is where you make it.
Home is where you can afford to live.
That's very true. But you know, if you want Greeley to be good, you got to make Greeley good.
Yeah, it's one of those things where people kind of argue about a bunch of shit, but don't do anything about it.
Yeah, pretty much. And I guess that's why, like,
then shut the fuck up.
I don't want to move out of Greeley anymore because I kind of want to make this
dope
as cool, like make Greeley as cool as I see it,
again.
But to everybody else. Make Greeley cool again?
Yeah.
Macaw.
All
right, well, we're done with that joke. But yeah, I don't know.
No, it's there's no A.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyway.
Any other unreachable goals that you are aspiring? I think mine, actually, you know what one of my unreachable goals is owning a house.
Yeah, that's going to be a definite tough goal. Like, I could see it maybe 5 to 7 years that it would be even like a good idea to buy a house again. But that doesn't even mean that we'll be in a place like financially to buy a house.
This place needs to make $1 million a year.
Yeah, dude, for
real. Us to even consider having a house together.
Instead of buying a house, we'd probably just buy this building.
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but hopefully that's like sooner than later. Cause
yeah, I don't know, man. We should talk to our landlord, see if he wants to sell this building in like 10 years.
Yeah,
because I think this building that we're in is pretty dope.
I love it,
and I just don't see it being used very well.
Not until we use it.
Yeah. So, well, it's not used what it's meant to be used for.
Yeah, another unreachable goal.
Yeah,
and that is time.
Hey, look at that.
Do you guys have any unreachable goals that you have reached or want to reach, or maybe you're just like, oh, anyone can dream? Let us know in the comment section.
On a dream.
God damn it. Moving on. I'm not even going to finish because this guy ruined it.
Round 4.
So, G, what's the next subject?
I forgot already because you're being a fucking dick. What did I say? I said it earlier.
Public schools.
Public schools. That's what it is.
All right, G, what's the next subject?
What the fuck is it?
Public schools is your topic.
Public schools is the next topic.
We just wasted 45 seconds.
You're welcome, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this voluptuous voice. Brought to you by G. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about public schools.
All right, so what's your opinion on public schools there, G?
I think public schools are necessary, but are underfunded.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk that way the whole time.
So,
it's like a lot.
And we know a lot about we know a little about a lot of things.
We know nothing.
I'm going to say this because I think it's right, but I'm not 100% sure. Aren't public schools funded by the housing in their district? So all the property taxes, isn't that one of the main things?
It's like the zoning of this, like how the schools are is how much money the school gets.
Yeah, because it's off of property taxes or something like that. You know, I just know there's something to do with property taxes, and that's based on how much money the school gets, or something along those lines. Like I said, we know a lot about a little. Or a little about a lot.
It's something like that, but it is disproportionate to communities that are not high of income, I should say.
And I guess this was my point that I was bringing up, because it's a very interesting zoning for even the main public high schools in Greeley, like Central, West, and Northridge. So West is on the west side of Greeley, hence why it's West. And there's just a lot of new development around it in general. So it gets more money and they just remodeled the shit out of that place. And it looks awesome. I don't know if you've been there since they remodeled the school. They have this entire athletics thing on the back of West. That's massive. It looks pretty sweet. But then Northridge was developed, I think 2002-ish, 2000. Yeah, just straight 2000.
Yep.
And that was in a new area as well. And then you cut to Greeley Central, where we're both alums of. It's literally in it
got a remodel in 1999.
Yeah, it got an addition. And then it got fixed. I don't know if it was, they call it a remodel, but it was basically fucking dilapidated and falling apart.
Yeah, it was an extension of it for sure.
And then that it's just because it's the oldest school in Greeley. It's literally in the oldest part of town, which is just surrounded by like
It's a pretty school.
old houses.
It's a very pretty school.
Very historic school. But I guess that's like my point, where the districting of just them being newer schools in newer areas, the property taxes are higher just in general compared to being in the older, more or less ghetto part of town. They don't get as much cool shit.
Yeah, and that's just talking building. That's not even talking like the standards that go into teaching. I always get confused about why people don't want to invest more in American schools, because if you look at other countries that have even like university that's free, like there's a reason why they're wanting their people to be more knowledgeable and be more open about what's going on. Mm-hmm. I just think there is a fear of like too many people being too intelligent. That's like the kind of the pushback.
Yeah, I guess I could kind of see that. I don't know. I do think it's weird, like just the American public school system in general is just so
it's like
ass backwards in my opinion.
I feel like some parents look at it as like a babysitting opportunity, and like, oh, they'll teach their kids school, and not like, oh, this is like the future. How can we get like our kids ready to be in this position? But through that, we also don't pay our teachers shit, and that's like the most frustrating thing about it. It's like, how can you have them busting their asses and like for little to no return?
Yeah. And like, I don't know, it's just the whole concept of, again, going back to like their funding, like schools with like better average test scores and all of that get higher funding compared to schools with lower test scores.
Who need the funding.
Yeah, who need more funding so they can get better materials. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I understand the concept, like the better get the rewards from it, but it's not making them even better. They're just staying the best when you need to. The best is only the best when you bring up the bottom to be the best too.
Yeah, like CSAP scores were so fucking stupid back in the day, dude.
Yeah, I don't even call it that anymore. I forgot what they call it anymore.
But it was just so traumatic. That's why I still remember.
Yeah, because the CSAP, for those who don't know, is the Colorado State Assessment Program, or assessment
placement program.
I don't know, something like that. It was the standardized testing for all of Colorado.
And depending on how your school went, that's kind of like where your funding was at or things like that. But dude, I really hate when people call teachers glorified babysitters. That's so insulting to them.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely know some for sure.
Yeah, but there's a lot of teachers that actually go into because they want to make a difference. And then it's like, you look at how many teachers have to buy like their own school supplies or buy supplies for kids that don't like that can't. And it just sucks because it's like, we care about kids until a certain age and then we just say, fuck them.
Some may say they care about kids until they're born.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hot take.
But that's the thing is like...
Oh, yeah. I just know because UNC is a pretty popular like college for teachers to go to. I know way more teachers than I ever expected.
Yeah.
Like completely. Like I think I know like 15 to 20.
And they party, man.
Yeah, they used to.
Fucking party hard.
I don't know if they still do.
Oh, yeah, they still do.
I don't want to blow up anyone's... I don't want to blow up anyone's spot like that, but yeah. You know who I'm talking about.
They have to deal with our shitty ass kids.
Yeah, for real.
For little to no return. Of course,
I think this goes back again to like our 2022 conversation because we're just tying them all together for today for some reason. But it's just like people are just shittier, and they're just like making shitty parents shitty adults create shitty kids.
Yeah,
that's just how it works.
Yeah, Morgan.
Yeah. That's just how it works. So it's like the adults don't want to be better, so then their kids aren't going to want to be better either.
I'm kind of terrified to see how like social media and like having cell phones in schools is impacting these kids way more. Like I feel like there's definitely more awareness to mental instability or mental problems, but there's also a huge increase of it because it's like that shit never leaves you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't agree with like the you can't have your cell phone in class kind of thing. It's a distraction. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But like that old school mentality of not using the cell phone as a resource is kind of dumb. So it's like, back in the day, there's like...
kids aren't using it for a resource, though.
That's not true at all. My daughter, who's a junior now, says she uses her phone as a resource all the time. But the thing is, too, they give them laptops now.
Yeah.
So it's literally the same thing. But it's funny because my daughter's phone has a better processor in it than the laptop they give her.
Yeah, so she can actually... we had.
Yeah, they work faster on their phone than the laptops I give them. Yeah. Anyway, just not having that old school mentality. Come on, turn off.
That's time. Shut up, Chris.
Having that old school
Shut up,
mentality
Chris.
of
Shut
like,
up, Chris.
fuck cell
Shut up,
phones, they're a
Chris.
distraction, and not using them as a resource is stupid. I'll remember that for next time.
Hey, let us know what you guys think about public schools.
I'll let you talk.
Final subject, you guys.
Final round.
Would you stop fucking touching the board?
I was just I
Damn it.
didn't see a timer like going. I was like, wait, are we actually recording? So I just wanted to double
Yes,
check.
that's why that light's red.
Might be that color that way for some other reason. Anyways,
It's green when it's not.
what is the final subject, Chris?
The final subject is gatekeeping. Don't fucking touch my board anymore.
I was going for the boo, but that worked pretty well actually.
The boo isn't even on this one. The boo is right there.
Gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping.
Tell me about gatekeeping. So I've heard this word multiple times, but I have like no idea what it really means.
So gatekeeping is, see, you're just touching all my
because
shit.
you're not touching anything.
Yeah, I would be if you weren't fucking reaching over me trying to touch all my buttons. Touching the wrong buttons.
Hurry up.
That's why we haven't. What?
What is gatekeeping?
So gatekeeping is when you're a part of a community and other people are now joining that community and you're pretty much keeping the gate as not letting these new people enjoy your hobby. For example,
Dungeons and Dragons.
yeah, we could use Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I was going to use Metallica, but it's the same show, I guess. But Stranger Things introduced a lot of people to Dungeons and Dragons. And there's like, ooh, I want to play. But then there's those hardcore people who've been doing it for, I don't know, 10 years.
30 years.
Yeah, since it came out.
50.
That are just like, oh, you only want to do it because it's popular now. You don't actually care about the game. But then it's like turning away people who might actually care about the game.
Yeah.
Like my daughter wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons because it's on Stranger Things, and I taught her how to play, and she really enjoys it.
What's your Metallica one?
It was the same thing. So Stranger Things played that Metallica song. I don't know which one it was because I didn't watch that.
And then
many
everyone
Stranger
started hating on them, and they're just like, you can't do that because that's our thing.
Yeah, then everyone like started
They started liking it.
it was Enter Sandman, I think.
I think so.
I think I don't remember. I haven't seen that episode, so I don't remember what song it was. But then that song shot up on Spotify. And like, oh, look at all these stupid fucking kids trying to get into Metallica. I've been Metallica fan since 1980, kind of shit.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, and then even Metallica's like, hey, if you really like Metallica, it doesn't matter. Like, just fucking let it go, man.
Wait, was Metallica actually nice for once?
Yeah.
They weren't like, where are my royalties for people liking my new stuff?
I mean, they got paid from Stranger Things, so I think that's why it's good.
Oh, yeah. They're like, hey, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Stranger
okay.
Things can do it. Yeah, it's that kind of concept. And it's like...
Is that the way to make people cool now is by being on Stranger Things?
I guess.
It's like Kanye's going to have a song on there and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know about that.
Nope.
But I don't know. I see it a lot in sports, too.
I think I'm very guilty of that.
Yeah, I know.
At least growing up, I was. Where it was like, no, this is inclusive. This is exclusive to like this, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to get better about that for sure.
Like how exclusive certain things are make it better. And then they assume that when more people like it, it's going to make it worse, but it's going to be exactly the same. You know, like it's really huge in just like music communities in general.
It's really bad in music communities.
Like,
it's like,
I know a lot of like metal kids that like are super gatekeepy about like, oh, what are you talking about? This isn't thrash metal.
yeah, any of the metal things, they're really bad about this. Like, dude,
Yeah.
fuck you. If I'd like the song, just be like, oh, that's cool. Some guy who's like not part of the crew like likes it.
Yeah. Or like the fucking, like when you wear a band t-shirt, those name 5 songs guys. Like, oh, you're wearing a Nirvana shirt, name 5 songs. And it's like, I don't know the songs because I only listen to their streaming. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
Honestly, just smells like Teen Spirit, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's like, come on, man. Just fucking, if they like it, whatever. Music is literally like 60% actual music and 40% like what you wear. It's like a lifestyle. So come on. Fucking let it go.
Is there any moments where it's okay to gatekeep?
I wanted to say no.
I'm gonna say the only thing I can think of is like that one chick who claims that she's black.
I don't know if that's gatekeeping or just, you know, like going back again to cultural appropriation kind of thing.
I think it's a little bit of both, but it's like,
Yeah.
no, girl, you're not like you can't be part of this club. I'm sorry, like you just can't.
Yeah, I don't know if that's counted as gatekeeping, but it's a solid attempt.
You know
I
what
guess.
I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to think if there's any like thing that's like, no, you cannot cross this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there is,
Like any,
but
cults.
But I say that as I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but you
Like
know.
any type of like cult?
I mean,
Where it's like, no, it's okay if you don't let me in.
yeah,
know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure like cults let everyone in. They're like the opposite of gatekeepers. They're just like, yeah, come on in.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything that's like that.
It's really just nerd stuff, and music is really all my experience from it. Because like
I
when
guess traditions too, because like Dia de los Muertos, like I know like at first there's a lot of people that are kind of like upset that we're trying to like make it a thing in America.
yeah.
And I'm on my end, I'm just kind of like, nah, man. Like, there's a movie that came out that people really liked. I can't be mad about that. Yeah, let them be a part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, well, that's our tradition. It's like, you know that like it's actually really big in like California, more so than it is like.
I don't know
where
what the
I'm
fuck
from.
state that is.
Sorry, California.
Yeah, because that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, because it's not Spanish.
Yeah,
It's like Colorado
that's how it's pronounced.
or like New Mexico.
Yeah.
These are all literally like Spanish names. It's great. Except for
but-
Oregon. Washington is pretty Spanish.
Pretty sure both of those are like Native American,
Yeah.
but whatever.
California.
Well, not Washington, but not the state name Washington, but a lot of the cities in Washington. That's what I meant. Yeah.
I like I just agreed with you.
Yeah.
Washington, that sounds pretty
Yeah, yeah.
British to me.
Most American name ever, Washington.
Yeah, I guess, and I maybe even like some of the cultural appropriation things, maybe there's some type of gatekeeping that's okay, but I can't really think of anything that's like,
But yeah, I don't know if that's even gatekeeping at that point. I don't know.
it's weird.
But,
Yeah. But
yeah.
no, I guess, but I agree with you wholeheartedly. There's a lot of things that we need to be better about, just letting people enjoy.
It's really just kind of like
And that's
like
my mature side saying that.
like nerdy stuff. Like anything that you're kind of a nerd about, there's like a gatekeep community about it.
Like it was super huge with like when Marvel first came out. Like there's all these like comic book guys who are just like, oh, you don't fucking
Yeah.
know. You can't like call yourself a Marvel nerd or like, have you read the comic books? It's like no.
Yeah,
but,
the actually guys. It's like
God, the Oscars.
yeah, it's like actually that's not how he got out of the cave. He actually
It's like when the movie he comes out of the cave this way. So fuck off.
yeah, for real. But yeah, I don't know.
It's like how can you let people get into like shit or like be interested in something if you have that person always being like, no, fuck you guys.
yeah, I guess that's the why gatekeeping's fucking stupid.
Unless you know, it's like you're saying that you're black when you're actually white.
I'd say again, I don't know if that counts as an example, but it's like sports too. Like if there's sports guys out there and someone says like, hey, I really like the referees that are doing the World Series. And you're like,
Okay.
they're called umpires, not referees.
do
And
have-
then they're like, you don't even get to watch the World Series. Like, brr, brr, brr.
So I think there might be an exception to being like, no, fuck off. And that is sports commentators and sports analysts who are talking not about their sport.
Yeah.
So Stephen A. Smith should be gatekeeped a lot.
Dude,
Because that dude doesn't know anything
did
about
he get into a
anyone.
fight with Joe Rogan like
About
via
MMA,
Twitter?
yeah.
And he's like, "Hey man, you're a little out of your depth here." And he's like, that's time by the way." But he's like, "I've commentated hundreds of boxing matches." He's like, I've commentated hundreds of boxing matches. I know what combat sports is supposed to be." And he's like, "Yeah, but you know nothing about MMA." Or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
Yeah, Stephen A.
And I
Smith
was
is
like-
the fucking worst. Like that's the guy who, I guess it's not really the gatekeeping, but it is one of those things where he just says his opinion about something where he has no knowledge about.
Yeah, and then
And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
yeah, his opinion is matter of fact. I don't know. There's a lot of things too with like people getting like
I guess that's the way.
we're Rockies gatekeepers now that I think about it.
Why?
Because every time we go to a Rockies game and there's like the opposite crowd or the opposite team has a bigger crowd than the Rockies, we get pissed off.
Yeah, but
Like
that
you guys
makes
shouldn't
sense,
fucking
though.
be here. Yeah.
No, I think it's just more frustrating that's like, man, like our fan base sucks because no one's coming out to these games and it's
Yeah.
these guys doing it. It's not necessarily that they're there. It's
But
just
yeah,
like,
but like gatekeeping in sports, yeah, like when someone gets a ticket to go to a sport, like someone buys like a Denver Broncos ticket, they're like, you don't even fucking watch football. I should be going to that game.
it's like, all right, dude, here, give me
Yeah.
$500.
I mean, I knew I was super annoyed when the Rockies went to the playoffs, like last time, the fucking 2017 or whatever it was, 16
Yeah.
maybe.
18.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that are just like went to the Brewers game. I think that's who they played. I don't remember. Anyway, like went to that playoff game at the stadium, and I was trying to find tickets for like weeks, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, I just went to this game because it's the playoffs, and like fucking let's get drunk." I'm like, "You're not even going to watch baseball. You're a piece of shit."
That's
So
fair.
I still gatekeep, but
Like I said, there's a couple of exceptions like that.
yeah,
So, okay, I guess we found a couple more.
yeah, because
Besides-
fuck them. Anything that I do gatekeeping is fine. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's more of like if someone does something that I really love and I've been trying to look for, but they get the ticket instead, and then don't take up the chance to like actually embrace that, then that's the only time it's okay to gatekeep.
Sure.
Where it's like, yeah, dude, I went to go see Nirvana, but I was just like talking to this chick the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't go anymore.
Yeah, right.
That ticket should be for me, you fucking asshole.
Oh, but anyway.
That was our show, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope
We
you guys had a
fucking
good
went
time.
off, dude.
I told you we're going to be a little grumpy, which is nice. Oh, yeah.
That's a big stretch.
Make sure you guys follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And that's about it because everything else kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But also YouTube,
Make
Spotify.
G get a
iHeart.
TikTok or whatever.
I think I've decided that I'm not going to get one ever.
All right.
At least for now, because I can't find a reason why to get one.
If this video gets 3 likes, you will get a TikTok.
I won't. Bye, everyone.
Wiggle tickle.
No,
Talk to you guys
fuck
later.
you. No, I'm not.